I'm Torrey Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're watching CITV.
Between the Upper Moreland Golden Bears and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials.
Welcome to 2018 Plymouth Whitemarsh Varsity Girls Soccer Senior Night.
Number 8, Senior Captain
Madeline Gerlach.
And Senior Captain number 10, Sarah
Benzial. 5 goals on the season.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the 6 graduating seniors from the Plymouth Whitemarsh High School class of 2019. Our first senior is number 4, midfielder Ashley Amon.
Here's Ashley Amon.
Ashley is joined tonight by her mom, Sue, and her dad, Jim. Ashley is undecided on where to attend college next year, but would like to study physical therapy. Her favorite Plymouth Whitemarsh soccer memory is making it to the playoffs during her junior year. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Amon. Our next senior is manager Emma Carney.
Here's the student manager, Emma Carney.
Emma is joined tonight by her mom, Stephanie, her dad, Kevin, her sister, Molly, and her sister, Grace. Emma plans to attend college in the fall, and her favorite Plymouth Whitemarsh soccer memory is singing on the bus ride home from away games. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Carney. Our next senior is number 5, defender Ainsley Nugent.
Here's number 5, Ainsley Nugent.
Ainsley is joined tonight by her dad, Joe, and her mom, Karen. Ainsley is undecided on which college to attend next year, but she'll be majoring in digital media design or mathematics. Ainsley's favorite Plymouth Whitemarsh soccer memory is beating Upper Dublin 4-2 during her sophomore season. Ladies and gentlemen, Ainsley Nugent. Our next senior is number 37, center back Josie Tassoni.
Here is number 37, Josie Tassoni.
Josie is joined tonight by her mom, Heather, her dad, Chuck, and her sister, Charlie. Josie will be attending college in the fall, and her favorite Plymouth Whitemarsh soccer memory is beating Hatboro Horsham by 1 goal. Ladies and gentlemen, Josie Tassoni. Our next senior is manager Rylan Trembad. Rylan is joined tonight by her dad, Rich, and her mom, Linda. Rylan will be attending either Bloomsburg University or Kutztown University next year to major in marketing or business management. Rylan's favorite Plymouth Whitemarsh soccer memory is beating Wissahickon her junior year. Ladies and gentlemen, Rylan Trembad. And our final senior is number 11, forward Elise Caffrey.
11, Elise Caffrey, a 50-goal scorer in her PW career.
Elise is joined tonight by her dad, Tony, her mom, Leslie, her sister, Emily, and her grandma, Ann. Next year, Elise will be playing soccer at Shippensburg University. And her favorite Plymouth Whitemarsh soccer memory is watching her sister score her first
And there are all your seniors.
Yesterday, Elise scored her 50th career goal. At this time, the team would like to honor Elise and present her with a ball signed by all of her teammates. Congratulations, Elise.
Caffrey, only one of two players in PW history with 50 goals.
One final round of applause for the Plymouth Whitemarsh High School class of 2019.
Hello and welcome to another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Tuesday, October 16, 2018. We're under the lights at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School Colonials Stadium for Suburban One American girls soccer between the Upper Moreland Golden Bears of Willow Grove and the host Plymouth Whitemarsh Lady Colonials. It's senior night for Plymouth Whitemarsh as the Lady Colonials honored 4 senior players and 2 student managers. The senior players, Ashley Amon, Ainsley Nugent, Josie Tassoni, and Elise Caffrey. The Golden Bears right now are 9-7 overall, 5-7 in Suburban One American. Right now, good for, I believe, 6 out of 8 in the conference, coached by Lisa Benvenuto in her 6th season. Plymouth Whitemarsh, 7-8-1 overall, 5-6-1 in the conference. That's 5th out of 8, coached by Ryan Zervin, who's in his 3rd season at the helm. Upper Moreland coming off of a 3-1 home win against Springfield Township on October 15th. Grace Burns had 2 tallies. Emma Mika had a solo goal. Plymouth Whitemarsh coming off an 8-0 win away at Calvary Christian Academy on October 15th, in which Elise Caffrey had 5 goals. Josie Tassoni, Lindsay Bourbon, and Fiona Gunaratne had solo tallies. Caffrey reached the 50 career goal mark in that 8-0 win over Calvary Christian, coming on the 2nd Lady Colonial to achieve that feat. I believe the other Lady Colonial to have 50-plus goals was Nicole Abbott, who graduated in 2015. Upper Moreland in white, PW in blue and red. This is the first year in which in Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association action, the home team can wear the solid colored uniforms and the road wear the white. In the first half, Upper Moreland going right to left in white. Plymouth Whitemarsh left to right in the solid colors. In goal for Plymouth Whitemarsh, Devin Skiles. Defending the cage for Upper Moreland, Jacqueline Martino. And PW gets quick to it. Here's Ashley Amon. PW, though, on a 3-game home scoreless streak. That is the worst stretch at home in fall soccer history. PW has not scored a goal in Plymouth meeting in over 240 minutes. 39:40 to go in the first half. PW getting a throw in here. Plymouth Whitemarsh has 2 wins in its last 5 matches. And that will go out of play, and it will be possession for Upper Moreland. Golden Bears with 9 wins have set a fall program record for most wins. The Golden Bears have never won 10 in a season as a fall participant. So Upper Moreland looking to make history tonight. Last time these two teams faced each other back on September 20th in Willow Grove, Plymouth Whitemarsh won 1-0 on an Elise Caffrey tally with 7 minutes to go in regulation. Now with Upper Moreland, Sarah Venezial. Now Emma Meekum. Venezial. We'll back it up there to Alexis Lamb. Actually, that was Kaya Erb. Zara Venezial, who has 5 goals on the season. Upper Moreland has 31-4, 33 against. PW 33-4, 36 against. Plymouth Whitemarsh will get the possession. 38-14 to go in the first half, no score. This is PW's last home match of this season. And it appears the Lady Colonials won't make it to the District 1 4A playoffs. However, Upper Moreland entering this October 16th, number 6 in the District 1 3A ranks. The top 10 make the playoffs. So Upper Moreland looking to get a good hold. The top 6 make the district quarterfinals outright, but seeds 7, 8, 9, 10 had to play a first round game. It'll be kicked there by Martino. About 37.5 minutes to go in the first half. Upper Moreland 0, PW 0. Lady Bears going right to left here. There was a trip, but no call. In the junior varsity game today, Upper Moreland defeated PW 1-0. Kicked toward the sideline. And it was kicked by Megan O'Donnell. It'll be thrown in for the Lady Colonials. Natalie Lanny tussling there with Catherine Morrow, who has 8 goals. Morrow and Grace Burns lead the Golden Bears with 8 apiece. Upper Moreland looking to make the playoffs for the first time since 2015. When it went 8-8-3 overall, 6-6-2 in the conference. Would have been 8-7-3 in the regular season. Now PW with a good opportunity. But this time we'll give it up to the Golden Bears. 36:20 to go in the opening half. Still no score between Upper Moreland in white and Plymouth Whitemarsh in the red and blue. Plymouth Whitemarsh hasn't won a home game since September 25th. 1-0 against Hatboro Horsham. Josie Tassoni scored 58 seconds into the game, and PW held on for dear life. Now here comes Emma Meekum, and she'll run out of room. PW assistant coach TJ DeLucia aided with the ball. Now PW going left to right with it to Sony. I believe now to Gabby Cooper. Kicked there by Emily Caffrey. Elise Caffrey's favorite PW soccer memory? Well, it's a sweet one. Watching her sister, Emily, score her first varsity goal. And now here's Elise Caffrey, who actually has PW's last goal scored in Plymouth meeting in a 4-2 loss against Wissahickon on September 27th. And now Devin Skiles will make the easy save. Plymouth Whitemarsh last year made the District 1 4A playoffs. The 23rd team out of 24 to make it lost 2-1. And I believe the last bit of seconds in overtime at number 10, Upper Dublin. PW on October 11th picked up a 1-1 draw at the Lady Cardinals in league play. That's only a couple days ago. So 34:40 to go in the first half. Still looking for a tally. PW scoreless in 6 straight home halves. Now here's Ainsley Nugent, one of 4 PW players who are seniors. Nugent got that picked off. Meekum trying to center there for Grace Burns. Could not, off the head of Natalie Lanny. Toward midfield. Here's Madison Zakleja. Now for Ashley Amon. It's out of play. It'll be a PW throw-in with 34 minutes to go in the first half. Still no score. It's a chilly night, about 47 Fahrenheit here in Plymouth meeting. In the middle of October. Now going left to right, PW, good opportunity for Catfree. But Upper Moreland counters, looking to clear the sideline. Picked there by Emma Meekum. Megan O'Donnell was tussling with Ainsley Nugent. PW gets the ball. With Upper Moreland's Megan O'Donnell has it. Now that was to Meekum. Upper Moreland will get the ball back. Plymouth Whitemarsh is 12-3 42-2 against the Golden Bears since Suburban 1 joined in the fall for soccer. Before fall 2010, soccer was a spring sport for the girls in the Suburban 1 League. And during that stretch, PW has outscored the Golden Bears 48-14. Upper Moreland's last win was October 2nd of last year, 2-1 in Willow Grove. Now will be kicked out of play for a PW throw-in with 32.5 minutes to go in the first half. Upper Moreland in white, 0. PW in blue and red, 0. In league play, Upper Moreland, 19 goals for, 32 allowed. PW in Suburban 1 American, 18 for, 27 against. That will be a throw-in here from near the Upper Moreland 18. There's a trip, and it looks like it will be a spot foul, so it will be a set piece from 40 yards out, it appears. Now there's a threat for the Golden Bears, which have scored in 4 consecutive games. Golden Bears have won 3 of the last 4 on their schedule. Here's Madeline Gerlach, a senior. Will set it in. And there's Devin Skiles picking up the loose change. Approaching 30 minutes to go in the first half. We're 10 minutes in. Still looking for a goal. A good kick there by Madeline Gerlach. PW going left to right in solid colors. Upper Moreland right to left in white. It was Caitlin Flanagan actually running after it. Now, Ani Shula got tripped, tussled there for Catherine Morrow. Now PW Shula Liffett will stay in for Katie Branscombe. Now for Meekum. Good kick there momentarily for PW's Caitlin Flanagan. Meekum did not see where that was, and now here's Ani Shula. But that is picked off by the Golden Bears. Number 11, Madison Zakwaja momentarily. Now here's Alexis Lamb for the Golden Bears. Now an opportunity here from the sideline. And PW smart enough to try to clear to the side. Here was Alexis Lamb. Trip, but no call. For Moreland now trying to set numbers. PW looking to get it to the sideline and maybe clear. 28:30 to go in the first half. Now here's Elise Caffrey. Looking to add her 12th. Got her 50th career goal yesterday in an 8-0 win at Cavalier Christian. And there's Martino using both hands to get the ball. And Lisa Benvenuto on the sidelines in her 6th year for Upper Moreland, applauding the effort. Martina has been one of the key cogs this season in Upper Moreland's surprising success. The Golden Bears this season did something they did not do ever in the fall before this year, and that was beat Wissahickon. First time the Golden Bears had defeated Wissahickon as a fall participant. That was back on September 25th in Ambler, 2-1. Before that, Upper Moreland had been 0-17-2 against the Trojans. Actually 0-15-2, perhaps, depending on the stats. Actually 0-17-2. Had to check that. Now Upper Moreland going right to left, but PW tried to center it for Caffrey. Didn't have enough numbers. Now here comes Herb. Seem to be more white jerseys than red and blue. Now under 27 minutes to play in the first half. Now an opportunity could be brewing here for Morrow. Morrow tussling with Katie Branscombe. Catherine Morrow. There was a tumble with Zach Ouija for Upper Moreland. Plymouth Whitemarsh hasn't lost to Upper Moreland here in Plymouth meetings since 2013. The Golden Bears won 1-0 October 3rd, 2013. PW won the last 4 home meetings. 26-19 to go in the first half. UM 0, PW 0. And Upper Moreland going right to left and white. A District 1 3A soccer school. PW District 1 4A. Right now, PW entering October 16th, number 31 in the rankings. Only 24 make the playoffs with 1 regular season game to go after this one. That's at Haverhill Horsham, which right now would be in the top 24. Might not be enough time to catch up in the rankings. PW has a few bad losses this season, losing to Wissahickon twice, losing at home 1-0 to Cheltenham, which only has a pair of wins, I believe, on the season. Now PW in dark looking for its first home goal since September 27th. Seems like almost an eternity ago. And that last goal at home was scored in the final 30 seconds by Caffrey, Elise Caffrey. She had both goals that game, a 4-2 loss to Wissahickon. Now an opportunity here, perhaps, for Morrow. Centering there, I believe, for Zach Ouija. And there's a great save for Devin Skiles, sophomore goalkeeper. Good news for Ryan Zerin is that for next school year, the circumstances permit both of his goalies would be back. And they do not plan on graduating this year. Now an opportunity perhaps for Grace Burns, and Skiles with a smart kick there, but right to Zach Ouija. And Upper Moreland unable to capitalize. Whitemarsh will make a couple of subs when the time permits. Looks like Lindsay Berman and Fiona Unaratne scored her first varsity goal yesterday, October 15th, in the 8-0 win at Calvary Christian. That was a great moment. 24 minutes to go in the first half. It's Upper Moreland in white 0, PW in blue and red 0. There's a foul against Upper Moreland. Suburban One Sports is the Suburban One League's premier high school sports authority, providing athletes and fans the latest sports news, scores, and photos. Visit Suburban One Sports online at www.suburban1sports.com. Suburban One American has already been wrapped up by Abington, which I believe is unbeaten in the conference. Abington scored 9 goals, not only against Upper Moreland, but also Plymouth Whitemarsh. PW lost 9-0 against the Ghosts at the PW varsity baseball turf on October 9th. It's the most amount of goals PW has ever allowed in a fall contest in girls soccer. Before that, the most PW allowed in a fall contest, 6. Now PW does not want this to be the 7 straight home half without a goal. Here's Elise Caffrey looking to add to her career total. Now an opportunity here, sliding down and grabbing it is Jacqueline Martino. Might be a little bit of a chilly night after plenty of warmth to begin this fall and a lot of rain as well. Program note, we did not film the boys soccer match between Upper Dublin and Plymouth Whitemarsh on October 11th. And also another note, clear the record. On our previous edition of CITV Sports back on October 9th, PW Field Hockey defeated Upper Dublin 5-0. We reported an incorrect goal scorer. We mistakenly identified the first goal of the game with Sam Sparrow. It was actually Kaylee Missimer. Sparrow did have a goal in the second half. The other 3 goals were scored by Ava Borkowski. So we'd like to say sorry that we misidentified the players. Like to clear that up. And PW Field Hockey looking to be in very good shape entering the District 1 playoffs, starting to set to start on October 22nd. The Lady Colonials Field Hockey team look to have a first round bye. They wanted to play till October 24th at the Victory Field Turf in the second round play. 21-28 to go in the first half, approaching the halfway point of our opening half. Still no score. Fiona Gunaratne checks in, and so does Lindsay Berman. Gunarante and Berman each scored a goal in PW's last game, the 8-0 win at Cavally Christian. Upper Moreland hosted Cavally Christian on October 12th and also shut out that team, but by a score of 7-0. Had a couple of players with multi-goal games. Morrow and Burns had 2 apiece. PW will let that go to the sideline for a throw-in. Approaching 20-40 to go in the half. Still a scoreless affair. And as a fall sport, these teams have met in overtime 4 times, tying twice. PW has 1 tie this season. Upper Moreland has ended each game in regulation, and Martino will grab it so that Caffrey can't get applause and cheers. 20 minutes in. It's Upper Moreland and White 0, PW in red and blue 0. The Plymouth Whitemarsh has been to the District 1 playoffs only 5 times, all as a fall participant. Upper Moreland just once as a fall participant. That was 2015 as a D1 AA team, number 7. Lost at number 2, Gwen and Mercy, 3-0. 19.5 minutes now to go in the first half. Upper Moreland going right to left and White with it. Everyone's setting numbers not too far from the PW18. And with Whitemarsh in the solid uniforms. Trying to clear it. Headed. That's to Sacagawea. Now to Natalie Landy for PW. PW looking for a good piece here. Past midfield cannot. Emily Caffrey will try to go after it for the Lady Colonials. Will kick it out of play. It's still 0-0. Under 19 minutes to go in our opening half on PW's senior night. But Moreland also has 1 match remaining on its schedule. It is scheduled against Wissahickon. Could be important for the Golden Bears in terms of seeding for the District 1 3A tournament. Scheduled to start on October 23rd. Upper Moreland right now, number 6 in the rankings. The top 6 get first round byes, but seeds 7, 8, 9, 10 would have to play in essentially a play-in game. Winners of those games would play the number 1 and number 2 seeds, and that's from long distance and through! And it looks like it was a score for number 10, Venezial, and it's 1-0. Upper Moreland with 18-07. And if it was Venezial, it's her 6th of the season. And it's the 5th straight home game PW has allowed a goal. We believe it was number 10, Venezial. And we're sorry for any incorrectly identified scorers, mispronunciations, and scoring inaccuracies. Venezial, I believe, was the one who got mobbed. So Upper Moreland, who got shut out 1-0 against PW on September the 20th, scores in the first half here on PW's senior night. And now PW looking to counter, but it's Martino picking it up. That was a great long-distance shot, and Skiles could not deny it. So great start for the Golden Bears with 17.5 minutes to go in the first half. I believe it's a foul against Upper Moreland. The Golden Bears have now scored in 5 straight games. 32nd goal of the season for UM. And it will be a possession for Upper Moreland. With Whitemarsh, we'll get a couple players to come in when the time permits by the officials. Now that's past midfield. Will remain in play. But it will be kicked out. Upper Moreland possession. And PW in danger of being shut out in its 7th straight home half. They have not scored in 3 straight home games. Now PW looking to end that drought, but a lot more white than red and blue at the moment. And the time of goal was 18:07 to go in the first half, we believe, by Zara Veneziel. We're sorry if that was not the scorer. Now PW looking to get a good opportunity. Got to stay on sides, though. Upper Moreland has done well keeping PW off sides in past meetings. Back on September 23rd, 2014, in a 6-2 home win against the Golden Bears. Upper Moreland, though, had PW offsides 12 times. In the box there. And Martino is there with her knees and pops it between her arms. 15:28 to go in the first half. Upper Moreland 1, Lady Colonials 0. You're watching Suburban American Girls Soccer, Plymouth Whitemarsh Senior Night on Colonial Instructional Television, the educational programming network of Colonial School District, Pennsylvania. Will be another throw-in for the Golden Bears. If Upper Moreland wins this game, history will be made. The Golden Bears have never won 10 games in a fall season. And Lisa Benvenuto has done a great job building this program back up. For many years had struggled to get a couple wins in conference play. Now that's from long distance as well, but that's right. We still haven't had a corner in this one. So Shula is back in. Elise Caffrey out for Katie Branscombe. Ashley Amon will also take a seat for the Lady Colonials. Ashley Amon does not have a goal yet this season, according to my statistics. It would not be bad to try to get one on senior night. At the moment, sitting on the bench. Upper Moreland looking to get even more. Upper Moreland, in its previous 2 games, outscored opponents 10-1. Now adding another in this one, I believe, by Uniform 10, Venezuela, if I'm not mistaken. And Sarah Venezuela is good at long-distance shots. Also got to watch out for Madeline Gerlach here. I do not believe Gerlach has a goal on this season, but she can be lethal. Now there's the kick that is on target, but PW looks to head it out. There's Caffrey. Elise Caffrey. And that is out to Megan O'Donnell of Upper Moreland. 13:13 to go in the first half. 1-0 Golden Bears. And Upper Moreland going right to left and white on your screens this first half. There was Leah Kay. Now Caffrey getting tangled with Veneziel. Caffrey trying to bend it. He'll be looking to get good dribbles here. And that was out to Kaya Erb. Now PW looking for a good opportunity, a trip, and there is a call. One official was right on it. And PW with a set piece, perhaps. From about 30 yards out. 12:22 to go in the first half. 1-0 Golden Bears over the Lady Colonials. We'll take the kick in, and Martino to our right saves it. PIAAD1.org, your online source for information regarding PIAA District 1. Get up-to-date rankings and schedules, tournament brackets, power ranking system breakdowns, and championship histories for each sport with district playoffs since 2013. For more information, visit www.piaad1.org. Be a free kick from midfield for the Golden Bears going right to left and white. Upper Moreland up 1-0 with a goal at 18:07 to go in the first half. Upper Moreland looks to add on Sarah Venezial. Megan O'Donnell. Now O'Donnell again. Headed there by PW. Now Ani Shula. The PW can't get on it. Good save there for Meekum. They'll be looking to clear it. Madeline Gerlach. Now O'Donnell lines us to the sideline for Meekum. And Mamika had scored in each of the previous two games, trying to get a goal for the third straight. Now an opportunity is deflected there from Zakwija. Where was she located? And then will be, I believe, the first corner of the game. And it'll be by the Golden Bears. We'll take it from the flag. You are allowed to score directly, unassisted. We have seen that in past years. 2 years ago, CITV did a girls' soccer game in which Anna Wilder Wissahick scored directly on the corner. It won't be here. Here's an opportunity. Oh, great defensive save for the Lady Colonials. That looked like perhaps Madeline Gerlach had an opening. And that's the difference between 2-0 and having a chance to tie it up. 9:44 to go in the first half. Looks like PW might be threatening now. The goal by Upper Moreland was scored at 18:07 to go in the first half. Fiona Gunrante will check out, and it looks like Natalie Lanny's back in for PW. The Colonials have missed the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 seasons. Before that, had made it 4 of the previous 5 to begin as a fall member. Steve Slack started the program off very well, and then Ryan Zerrin in his 3rd season trying to build it up again. Just been difficult with Abington as a new member of the conference after many years in the Suburban 1 National. Abington boys already won the Suburban 1 American title. Last year, Abington's boys team lost to Plymouth Whitemarsh in the first round of boys playoffs here in Plymouth, meaning the Ghost in boys soccer this season swept the Colonials, though. 8:34 to go in the half. Still 1-0 Upper Moreland. Caffrey, with 11 goals in the season, over 50 in her varsity career. I think has the second most goals in program history, if I'm not mistaken. Nicole Abbott, the first ever 50-goal scorer, if I'm not mistaken, had 38 her senior season, 2014. The only time PW won a District 1 playoff and got to host a second-round game as well. That was back when there were 28 teams in the District 1 3A playoffs. In the first round, the 5 seed was knocked out by the 28 seed. It was Owen J. Roberts over Penridge. PW at 12 beat Wissahickon. So PW as a 12 seed got to host a second-round match, but lost to the 28th and final team in Owen J. Roberts 3-1. Nicole Abbott scored in the final few minutes of the game. That Owen J. Roberts team had Mahogany Willis, who was a freshman then. If I'm not mistaken, she might have had 100 goals in her career. If I'm not mistaken, that is. And I believe now goes to Indiana and Pennsylvania. So under 7.5 minutes in the first half, Venezuela, that was actually Gerlach or Zach Leja. Now that's cleared to midfield, but Upper Moreland, all the white jerseys there. And unless PW can get something going here, this is going to be the 7th straight half PW would fail to score at home. PW on a 3-match home scoreless streak. PW has been shut out 5 times this season, all at home. That is the most PW has been shut out in this season as a fall participant. Upper Moreland PW makes changes. Matea Taylor will come in for number 10, Zara Veneziel, who gets double high-fived from Lisa Benvenuto. John Culla, an assistant coach, also has been a bowling coach. Upper Moreland gave her a high-five as well. 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. 1-0 Golden Bears. After the half, there will be halftime, and then the teams will switch sides in the second 40-minute period. UW gets that intercepted. This is an opportunity perhaps for Grace Burns, who has 8 tallies on the season. Burns now approaching. Burns with the shot and the 2-hand save by Devin Skiles. That was a short-fire threat, and Skiles was ready. And there's 6 minutes to play in the first half. Upper Moreland up 1-0. A goal at 18:07 to go in the opening half. UW in the red and blue. Upper Moreland, the visitor in white. Don't get confused. I know in past years the home team wore white, visitors wore the solid colors, but the PIAA instituted a new rule that allowed for home teams to wear the solid colors, effective this school year. And we're not that far away from District 1 playoffs next week already, the week of October 22nd. Now an opportunity for Catherine Morrow perhaps, and PW looking to go left to right the whole field. And now 5 minutes to play in a half, 35 minutes in. It's 1-0 Golden Bears. Looking for win number 10 of the season. It would be a new program best for wins in the season, with a match to go nonetheless, if the circumstances permit. And perhaps District 1 3A playoffs for the second time. Well, it was District 1 2A in 2015 when there were only 3 classifications. W will keep it in. Upper Moreland will head it. Lady Colonials with a foot. Caffrey trying to read it. Eamon. It was to Lanny, but now PW gets it back. Colonials are on side. Good job by Martino. Fed it off there to Meekum. Now it's 2 against 2. Got in a tangle. Zach Weija off the foot there of O'Donnell. UW throw-in with 4 minutes to play in the half. Down a goal. And Ashley Amon will kick it to the sideline out of play. The CITV YouTube channel is your online video source for sports, school board meetings, educational highlights, and more from the Colonial School District, students, staff, and faculty. Visit youtube.com and search Colonial Instructional Television. Caffrey tries to feed it off. Here's a possible opportunity. Was there a deflection? It appears so. And there was, it'd be the first corner for PW. Clock will still run. PW looking to take it from here, trying to get a good set. Not sure if it's going to be short or try to go direct. With 3 minutes to go in the first half. We believe the goal was by Zara Veneziel. That's who I thought was getting celebrated. Now trying to head it in, couldn't get it home. PW there. Now PW does not have numbers. It will be Jacqueline Martino. Superb season for her. Upper Moreland with 4 shutouts and 3 shutout losses. This will not be a shutout loss. It was ricocheted. It will stay in. It was smartly played out there by Branscombe. 2.5 minutes to play in the opening half. Eamon was fed off there by UM's Meekum. Madison Sacagawea. That is toward midfield. PW trying to keep it in. Lady Colonials will clear it to Upper Moreland territory. Went out to the Golden Bears with 2 minutes to play in the opening half. Golden Bears 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. It's a 80-minute regulation affair. Caffrey. It will be PW ball. I believe kicked out there by Megan O'Donnell. Thrown in by Flanagan. It's in the box. Here's an opportunity, and it's wide left. Ryan Zurin, TJ DeLucia, like that from the sidelines for PW. Taking a chance. Could be PW's last good opportunity of the first half. But there is a second 40-minute half still to be played. And if we're tied after 80 minutes, we would go to a 10-minute overtime period if still tied. Another 10-minute period. If we're tied at 100 minutes, it would be a draw. PW with one tie this season. Alexis Lamb will check out. Sarah Veneziel, uniform 10. I see her in. Veneziel out for foot for Upper Moreland. Leads it off there, I believe, to Megan O'Donnell, actually. Matea Taylor. Back to Veneziel. If Veneziel was the goal scorer at 18:07 to go in the half, that would be her 6th of the season. 38 seconds to go in the half. Devin Skiles short kicks. That was out to Meekum. Now dangerous opportunity here is Meekum. Meekum! The cross! Here comes Grace Burns. Throw in for Upper Moreland with 20 seconds to go. A lot of chances for both teams. Upper Moreland had the great long distance kick for about 30 yards or so, approximately. With 18:07 to go, we have 10 seconds, now 3 seconds, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is 40 minutes in the books. At 18:07 to go in the first half, Upper Moreland got the lone goal of the game. Both teams have had very good chances. Upper Moreland so far the one who have capitalized. After 40 minutes, it's Upper Moreland 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. Stay tuned, the second 40-minute half is coming up on CITV. 40 minutes are in the books here in Plymouth, meeting on a chilly night. It's Upper Moreland 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. The Upper Moreland goal, we believe, was scored by Zara Veneziel at 18:07 to go in the first half from a good amount of distance. Plymouth Whitemarsh will kick it off to begin the second half. PW has now been shut out in 280 consecutive minutes in Plymouth meeting. We have switched sides for the second half. PW in red and blue going right to left on your screens. Upper Moreland in white, left to right. PW will throw it in, trying to get that first goal at home since September 27th. Then after that, PW lost 6-0 to Lower Merion on September 29th, 1-0 against Cheltenham October 4th, and then the third straight home shutout loss was 9-0. That's right, 9-0 to Abington. That is out of play. Both teams had a corner apiece in the first half. Thrown in for PW, trying to go in the Upper Moreland 18, the first minute of the second half. Kicked out of play, Upper Moreland will get possession. Upper Moreland last season, 3-11 in the conference. That was 7 out of 8, 5-12-1 overall. PW last year was 9-5 in the conference. That was tied for third. 12-7 overall. Got a playoff appearance. Thrown in for PW in the box. W trying to do something here. Caffrey. And it's a call against Plymouth Whitemarsh. And it's senior night for Plymouth Whitemarsh, honoring Ashley Amon Ainsley Nugent, Josie Tassoni, Elise Caffrey, and 2 student managers. And it'll be hard to say goodbye to Elise Caffrey, who is taking her talents next school year to Shippensburg University. Possible opportunity here for Bridget Unan, I believe. Unan fed it up there to Catherine Morrow. Veneziel! Sarah Veneziel tripped up. No call. Out of play. Upper Moreland retains possession, I think. Lisa Benvenuto fought. Should have been a trip. PW got the ball on that one. In PW territory, 37-37 to go in regulation. Upper Moreland has a 1-0 lead. Caffrey doesn't have anyone ahead of her. PW now look to settle. It appears onside. It will be kicked away by Upper Moreland. That is a break for PW. Lady Colonials can set up some numbers in our first 3 minutes of the second half. And each team with 1 match remaining after today, if the circumstances permit on the schedule. Moreland, I believe that's a home game against Wissahick, and PW on the road. A Happy Horse of a shot there is wide left. Not by a wide margin. And Martino can breathe easily for the moment. Jacqueline Martino has been stellar defending the goal here at Colonial Stadium. Plymouth Whitemarsh played quite a few games this season at the Plymouth Whitemarsh varsity baseball turf. It's the first season that it had been multi-purpose, in which soccer matches had been played. The baseball turf field opened during the spring of 2018 for baseball competition, and now multi-purpose. Not just for baseball, but also for soccer. Now here's Elise Caffrey, the senior with over 50 varsity goals. Shula tried to get the cross. PW will get the possession, it appears. Well, actually, it will be ruled against the Lady Colonials. It did not appear so. 35-48 to go in regulation. Upper Moreland and White 1. Plymouth Whitemarsh and Dark 0. Plymouth Whitemarsh looking to make a substitution when the time permits. Upper Moreland will take out the ball. And we'll have a defensive free kick. You still needs to be on alert. Kick toward the sideline. Caffrey. Elise Caffrey, that is. The cross. Bounce to the air there for Lanny. Now the play. And Upper Moreland smartly lets that go out for a throw-in. 35 minutes to go regulation. Plymouth Whitemarsh doesn't want to get shut out for the 4th straight home match. PW has never been shut out in 4 consecutive home matches. I'm not sure in program history, but as a fall sport participant, PW has been shut out 5 times this season, all in Plymouth meeting. PW at home this season, 3-6, 13 goals for, 26 against. That's more than half of the games you've been shut out at home. Really, that's Gabby Cooper, who has a goal. Ani Shula try to keep it in, but cannot. 34-12 to go in the match. 1-0 Golden Bears looking for that elusive 10th win, which would be a new program best for a single season. As a fall sport participant, that is. Looking for its 2nd playoff appearance. Upper Moreland is as a fall participant. There was Burns, midfield. Caitlin Flanagan after it. And it will be possession Upper Moreland. So it appears PW won't make the playoffs for the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons. Let me look here. Yeah, third time in the last 4 seasons. After making it in 4 of the first 5 as a fall participant. PW, couple of Suburban One American titles, 2011 and 2014. Those teams consisted of the Abbott twins, Carly and Nicole. Nicole, I believe, the all-time leading scorer at PW. PW now trying to get gutsy. And that's off of Upper Moreland. PW now close to the Upper Moreland 18. But it's a corner. Close to the corner flag. And it will be thrown in the box. But right at Upper Moreland. PW has someone after it. Shula! Boom! Shaka-laka! Annie Shula! With 32-41, PW's first goal in Plymouth meeting since September 27th. And it's one. One or no? No? No goal? Offside? Nope. Too good to be true. But maybe this will be a good one here. 32-30 to go. It's 1-0. Caffrey. Again, Upper Moreland draws PW offsides. So, no goal. I think the officials are teasing the faithful here. They don't want anything to be cruel on senior night. Also, a few Plymouth Whitemarsh students in the bleachers spectating. So the score is Upper Moreland 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. The goal at 32-41 wiped off. That is a cool turn of events. Caffrey looking to make a should have been into a could be. That is onside. Shula with a chance, and Martino dives with the save. Shula has a pair of goals this season. Thought she had her third in the last minute and a half. Plymouth Whitemarsh has been without a goal in 7 straight home halves. Here in Plymouth meeting, that is. Plymouth Whitemarsh has scored in each of its last 2 matches. 1-1 draw at Upper Dublin and an 8-0 victory at Cavalier Christian. W in dark, looking to finally get on the board and not get called with a foul or an offside. PW throw-in with 31 minutes to go. And looks like Matea Taylor will check back in for Upper Moreland for Zara Veneziel, who is a little gimpy. The clock will stop at 30:50. For the substitution. So the substitution made. The Plymouth Whitemarsh still looking to get on the board for real. Every time it looks like PW would, and thought so not too long ago. With Moreland counters. Catherine Morrow. And that was intended for Burns. PW at midfield with Caffrey, but no one else is there for the Lady Colonials with approaching 10 minutes into the second half. W's got to be careful here, might want to clear. Smart move. Upper Moreland had to be careful kicking it out of play. Burns leading it off there to Lamb, Alexis Lamb, and PW. I believe that might be Max Lazinski. Head to Caffrey, but no one is ahead for PW. Smartly kicked out of play by the Golden Bears with under 30 minutes to play in the game. It is 1-0 Upper Moreland. There was what we thought was a goal by PW at 32:41 to go in the second half, but it was wiped off, apparently for foul or offsides. Fans did not appreciate that. Ryan Zerman did not either. Throw in for PW for Caffrey. Can't get a touch. Now Cooper for PW. Here's Shula. Maybe this time will be for real. Ani Shula. That's a kick. That might be kicked out of play. And might be a corner. It's not a throw-in close to the corner. And it'll be a throw-in from the corner. But 28:43 to go for PW. W, though, needs to get a kick here, and that is over the field goal post by Cooper. It was symmetrically good, but this is not American football. 28:28 to go in the match. Upper Moreland 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. The Upper Moreland goal came at 18:07 to go in the first half. Free kick for Jacqueline Martino. Now there's Zach Leja. Taylor. There was an attempt for Unan. Instead, Shula. And Upper Moreland has been all over it. Shula. Caffrey. Caffrey would like to do something special on senior night. There's Emily Caffrey. Kicked out of play, though, at midfield by Bridget Unan. Throw in for the Colonials. Now Shula. $27.30 to go. Upper Moreland still up 1-0. We'll have a free kick defensively on its end. Could be there for PW. Caffrey's there. Not enough for PW off the face of a Golden Bear, but that's to Shula. I think PW's got a nice free kick. About 40-something yards out with Gabby and Cooper, a sophomore. Number Whitemarsh again. 33 goals for, 37 allowed. Upper Moreland 32-4, 33 allowed. W looking to tie it up with 26:43 to go. Sarah Veneziel, I believe, scored the goal in the first half. Is getting ready to check in. Now here's an opportunity, and that's Jacqueline Martina. Martina will deny any good chance at the moment. Now PW will look to get after it. Cooper tried to clear. Gerlach. That's actually Sacaleja. Now here's Natalie Landy. Shula wants to stay onside. Kicked out of play. Substitution will be allowed. Few players will come in. Leah Kay and Fiona Urate will look to check in. There's a trip. And the faithful here at Plymouth meeting displeased. And those aren't just student fans displeased, also PW adult fans. 25 minutes plus to go. Still 1-0 Upper Moreland wearing white, going left to right. Their second half PW in the blue and red, left, right to left. Ryan Zerman will give it to Upper Moreland. Golden Bear possession. Kicked out of play by Emily Caffrey. This is a season PW thought it had a good shot at maybe in the top 2 or 3 of the conference. Abington made it a bit difficult. Getting swept by Wissahickon didn't help. Losing 1-0 at home to a Cheltenham team that has struggled to get on the board. It's also made things difficult. Now, Quakertown leaving the conference, and while that did help in terms of output, Abington didn't make things any better. Now, an opportunity, a trip. no penalty. Elise Caffrey's intercepted there by Taylor. Josie Tassoni, one of the seniors. Emily Caffrey does a good job. Tassoni, Shula can't get after it. Unan. That's through the wickets. PW smartly let that one go. However, it will be ruled a corner. There was a deflection. Only the second corner of the game for Upper Moreland. First of the second half. There have been 3 corners total, if my stats are correct. And I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Tuesday, October 16, 2018. Plymouth Whitemarsh Varsity Girls Soccer Senior Night. Now the cross. Still not out of it. Now PW looks to clear. W's had a hard time setting numbers ahead in this contest. 23-13 to go in regulation. 1-0. Golden Bears looking for that elusive 10th victory of the season to go to 10-7 and 6-7 in the conference. Now an opportunity here for Wazinski. Max Wazinski can't get it off. However, PW has numbers near midfield. Mr. Sony out to Cooper. No handball called. Ricocheted. Emily Caffrey. Kicked there by Megan O'Donnell. PW throw-in with about 22.5 minutes left. Gunrate and Leah Kay come in and out. Katie Branscombe and Ashley Amon. And we're sorry for any mispronunciations, scoring inaccuracies, misidentified scores. If there are scorers at any point, Shula. She hopes to be onside this time. Ani Shula. Deflection there is a save for Jacqueline Martino. 22 minutes to go. That means we're 58 minutes into the match. And still PW on the verge of being shut out for the 4th consecutive home match. And that streak would continue into next season since it's the final match at Plymouth Whitemarsh this season for girls soccer. That stays in play now. Upper Moreland going left to right and white. The road team. Venezuela. There's Ani Shula to midfield. There's Kaya Erb. It's off of Elise Caffrey. It'll be ruled possession for Kaya Erb and the Golden Bears of Willow Grove. Interesting to note, the athletic director of Upper Moreland is Devin Landgraf, a former Plymouth Whitemarsh High School varsity boys soccer head coach, and the principal of Upper Moreland, Joe Caracappa, used to teach at Colonial Elementary School, even was an assistant principal at PW for some time. Though there are Plymouth Whitemarsh ties to Upper Moreland High School. 20:40 to go in regulation. Still 1-0 Upper Moreland. The Golden Bear goal was scored at 18:07 to go in the opening half. PW did get one in the net at 32:41 to go in the second half, but it was wiped off by the officials. That would have been a goal for Shula, though. Now there's Ani Shula. Looking for a good cross, but there's Sarah Venezuela, who might have had the goal in the first half. Good job trying to clear for Caffrey. At least Caffrey's on her own. Dribbled it to Shula. On the sideline, there's Ani Shula. Caffrey is there. At least Caffrey has a chance. Caffrey! And diving to her right is Jacqueline Martino. Didn't have enough oomph, but that was a solid effort. Chances like that will keep you alive. The more you get denied, the less the chance you have of coming back. Under 20 minutes to play, we're 60 minutes in. PW still without a goal. Have been without a goal at home now for over 300 consecutive minutes. Longest stretch as a fall program. And again, PW is called offsides. Upper Moreland historically has done well against PW in that department. It's nice to see fans here support the Lady Colonials. You got to be careful that you don't say anything that you will regret. Now 19 minutes to go in regulation. Upper Moreland 1, Whitemarsh 0. It looked like that was off of Emily Caffrey. However, instead it's off of Grace Burns. Looked like it was Caffrey. Did a great job acting. Mackenzie Lozinski, a sophomore, also plays girls lacrosse, will take a seat. LPW will look to set. Fiona Gunrate is there. There's a trip. No call, though. Now here's Catherine Morrow. Matea Taylor. LPW will look to get it. Emily Caffrey, headed by Upper Moreland. Bridget Unan. Unan to the sideline. W will look to keep it in. There's a push. Plymouth Whitemarsh did a good job there, drawing the contact. Now the Lady Colonials will get a free kick from the sideline on its own end. 17:49 to go in regulation. UM 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh, zilch. Lost her footing. There's Morrow. She gets it back. Taylor. Now that will be deflected close to midfield. Upper Moreland after it with O'Donnell. And Matea Taylor for Upper Moreland. This Golden Bear team looking a lot different, perhaps, than it did in its 1-0 loss against PW on September 20th, in which Elise Caffrey had the game winner and lone goal, 7 minutes to go in regulation. Fiona Gunrate tried to keep it in, but could not. Perhaps Gunrate's thinking second career goal in as many days. Got her first on October 15th, 8-0 win at Cavalier Christian, which was yesterday. Upper Moreland 5-7 in the conference. PW 5-6-1 in the Suburban 1 American. Ashley Amon and Katie Branscombe back. Leah Kay and Fiona Gunrate on the sidelines. This sets PW up with 16.5 minutes to play in regulation. Kicked out of play, though. Time running out from a historic feat that you don't want to be a part of. 4 straight home losses by shutout. This would be PW's 5th straight home loss to end the season, should the Lady Colonials not be able to get on the board. At least Caffrey trying to bicycle kick it. Now the midfield. W will try to run after it, and it is for Sam Matthews of PW. Natalie Lanny. W trying to go after it. Now the midfield. Good there for Burns. Now Catherine Morrow. Kick the midfield, but to Sarah Veneziel, and it will go out of play. Should be a PW thrown in with 15:20 to go. 65th minute. And still nothing for the Lady Colonials on senior night. Last goal again scored here in Plymouth meeting was September 27th, a 4-2 loss against Wissahickon. Elise Caffrey. That was under 30 seconds to play in the match. So about 305 minutes now without a goal in a row in Plymouth meeting. Now the cross is there. PW has a possibility, but it's a little wide, a smidge to the left. PW does not get the corner, I don't believe. And it's surprising that PW's had its struggles at home. PW home, 3-6. On the road, 4-2-1. You think no place like home? Well, For some reason, opponents have enjoyed the PW varsity baseball field and the other facilities here. Mackenzie Lozinski and Lindsey Berman will get ready to check back in when the time permits. PW for free kick from about 50 or so yards out almost. Abby Cooper got a bit of a leg. Not sure she's going to go directly to try to get a good set here. Good leg in the box, though, but Upper Moreland on it. Cooper trying to go after it, so she's good in that department. Now the sideline is Gabby Cooper getting run on by Herb. Now the feed couldn't get it through, but PW has a chance. And that was a opportunity gone by the wayside. The opening was there, could not get the foot on. And Wazinski's back in, and Berman is in. Sam Matthews is out, and so will Annie Shula, who fought 8 minutes into the second half. She tied it up, but did not. Now there's Jacqueline Martino of Upper Moreland, looking to get her 5th shutout of the season. Possession PW with 13 minutes to play. We're 67 minutes in. Now Upper Moreland with an opportunity with Morrow. Trying to feed ahead. PW looking to get after it. Devin Skiles hasn't seen a lot here in the second half, but let one through with 18:07 to go in the first. Unan. Across there to Taylor. Now there's Grace Burns and there's Skiles making sure the game stays where it's at. 12:24 to go in regulation. Upper Moreland in white going left to right, 1. Plymouth Whitemarsh and blue and red going right to left, 0. On senior night, play will continue on without a call. At midfield, Plymouth Whitemarsh, hard time scrambling. But still plenty of time to get that equalizer. And they've had the chances as of recent. And the way the Colonials know that their opportunity to go to playoffs is most likely finished, but would like to get a win in their final home match of the season. And they'll be out of play. PW will throw it in. Anishula back. Lindsey Berman will take a seat. Get the penny on the sideline. 11:30 to go. Caffrey. Good cross there for Lazinski. Mackenzie Lazinski. Oh, she was ruled off sides. How many times has Upper Moreland been successful at that? TJ DeLucia, assistant coach, baffled. So is Ryan Zervin. NPW is 12-3-2 against Upper Moreland. As full sport participants, and PW has not lost at home to Upper Moreland since 2013, 5 years ago. Now Shula's got the opportunity. Unan, I think that might have been out of play. PW will get possession. 10:39 to go. There will be a battle after the ball. Kick to the side. Plymouth Whitemarsh threatening still. We'll get a throw in close to 18 yards out. On the sideline, Max Lazinski. Good height. Unan bikes it up. Unan again, and that's out of play. PW another throw in for Lazinski with 10 minutes to go. Inside the 18. Now Cooper, good stop. Looks like pinball at that moment. 9:50 to go in regulation. 1-0 Upper Moreland in white. Good stop there. Kicked out of play. Lazinski looked to throw it in quickly. A good feed. But Caffrey was not on target or at the range. Now a good opportunity again. Now here's a good one, and there is Martino stopping the Lady Colonials in her tracks. She did not want to let go, and she did exactly that. 9:14 to go in regulation. Still 1-0 Upper Moreland. Moreland has won a couple of 1-0 games this season. Now PW looking to tie it up here. Oh, deflection. Fans here thinking it was deflected. And the PW fans thinking the referees are still not making the right calls. And Jacqueline Martino is fortunate she has a free kick here. Goal kick, 8:30 to go in regulation. Is there any late magic here in Plymouth meeting? Across this dare. And I believe it's another goal kick for Upper Moreland, approaching 72 minutes in out of 80 in regulation. 1-0 Upper Moreland. The Philadelphia Inquirer Rally section is your source for high school sports in southeastern Pennsylvania and South Jersey. Send in scores to highschoolscores@philly.com. Close to midfield on the sideline, Emily Caffrey there, but so is Grace Burns for Upper Moreland. PW trying to tussle here. That's Josie Tassoni now. That was against Burns. Now PW having trouble with a counter. PW is there. We'll kick it out to reset. Could have kicked to Devin Skiles, but you got to be careful of an own goal. 7:24 to go in regulation. Whitemarsh still not on the board. We were teased at 32:41 to go in the second half. What could have been goal by Ani Shula was wiped off. And this would be a cruel ending to senior night should the result hold. Max Lazinski. I think PW is onside. And we'll get a throw-in from about 40 or so yards out on what would be the football opponent at sideline. But that is there for Catherine Morrow of Upper Moreland wearing white. Again, this season, home teams get to wear solid colors, and road wears white. Years past, it was opposite. Home wore white, road solid. 6.5 minutes to play. And this would be another marquee win of the season for Upper Moreland. Defeated Wissahickon for the first time as a false participant in soccer. And defeated them since being a spring sport. 2009, 2008 maybe. And Upper Moreland just looking to make this very difficult for PW. 1-0 is not a safe lead at any point. Lazinski with 5:53 left. Going the wrong way there. And Lazinski will kick it out instead of to Devin Skiles. And with Whitemarsh will set up on defense. Caffrey, Elise Caffrey, the only one for PW near the midfield. PW gets a throw-in though. That will be kicked out. No deflection there. Will be possession for Upper Moreland with 5.5 minutes to play. 1-0 Golden Bears. And the goal at 18:07 to go in the first half. There'll be another Golden Bear throw-in. PW on the verge of being shut out for the 4th straight home match, which would continue the program record as a fall participant. Another throw-in here. Only, I believe, 3 corners in this contest. 2 by Upper Moreland, 1 by PW. PW's was in the first half. Upper Moreland 1 apiece in each half. At least Caffrey now. Now PW did not have numbers ahead. That one is heading close to the sideline. Got to be careful here for Catherine Morrow, who is onside. She can't bend it. She shoots. And there's Devin Skiles with the low save. Could be an important one. Got to be careful when you're rolling out the ball. And now, there for Branscombe. Ani Shula. Elise Caffrey. will be close to out of play. Will remain in play. PW will look to counter here by Lazinski, and that's right to Martino, who will take it up with both hands. 76 minutes in, 4 to go in regulation. Still 1-0 Upper Moreland. PW on the verge of being shut out for the 8th straight half at home. Now here's another opportunity. Oh, collision! And it will go to Plymouth Whitemarsh. Guilty party, Grace Burns. That could be a critical point in this one, with about 3.5 to play in terms of minutes. I believe Matea Taylor read it. And if Whitemarsh will let that one go for the throw-in, going right to left in blue and red. W just trying to set up and get the fans to actually celebrate a goal for real and not for a few moments and then realize it didn't count. Like 8 minutes into the second half, Shula was denied what could have been a score. Under 3 minutes to play. And it'll be possession PW. PW and Upper Moreland had meetings in which the game wasn't decided till late. There was a time in which it went to double overtime. PW won on an own goal in the second overtime. Now we possession again, Upper Moreland with 2.5 minutes to play. Not much time remaining. Now we'll center it ahead. Now here comes Alexis Lamb. The opportunity! Now the play. Throw in for the Golden Bears with 2 minutes to go. PW needs to get the ball quickly out of play. Still with the Golden Bears. 1 minute and 54 left. We do not have timeouts in soccer. A little stumble. PW needs to get on it. Now there's the shot, and that will be a foul against Upper Moreland anyway. PW might have its last effort here. Lady Colonials will send a good amount to Upper Moreland territory. Solid kick to midfield. Taya Taylor, Upper Moreland's there. Shula can't get after it. Well, that might be to Sony for PW. 1 minute, about a minute to go. Might be the last chance for PW to get something. Know that you don't want to pay attention to the clock, but now you have to. Still anyone's game with 50 seconds to go. And PW on the verge of getting shut out for the 4th straight home match. Upper Moreland to throw it in with 40 seconds. And that will be, I believe, still in play here. So here's an opportunity perhaps. Deflected off PW. 28 seconds left. PW can't go too far in case it goes right to him. 22 seconds left. So 13 seconds left, and that might do it. 10 seconds left, and this one should just about do it. 3 seconds left. And for the first time in program history as a fall program, Upper Moreland has achieved the 10-win single season mark. Final score from Plymouth meeting Upper Moreland 1, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. The Lady Colonials have now been shut out in 4 straight home matches. That's another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Our next edition of CITV Sports is tentatively scheduled for October 18th, Boys Soccer Senior Night for Plymouth Whitemarsh against Hatboro Horsham. Good night, everyone.